Good morning class. Welcome to RDPS interactive classes. So in our chapter 5 student we have completed all the methods of separation. We had completed till evaporation and condensation. The topic left to be completed is saturated solution. So before starting this topic I just want to explain you something. I just want to let you know about the solvent and solute. For example, you just take this is a solution maybe this is water mixed with something solute in it, some solute in it. That means when we mix sugar, salt or any powder, different types of the Hellring powder in milk or water, then it becomes solution. Solution contain more than one component. That means it may be water mixed with something or it may be milk with something. Sometimes there are more than one solute. That means sugar as well as Hellring powder. So if you will take milk and you will add sugar as well as Bournvita, so this is also a solution but it is containing two solutes. So now your question will be what is solute. So let me explain. This is a solution. Solution mainly contains two components. These are solvent and solute. So as we have understood, the material which dissolves the solute in it is known as solvent. For example, here solvent is water because this is salty water, salt water, and solute is salt. Now I think you have understood the topic very well after having the example of solvent and solute. Here solvent is the component which dissolves the particle in it. That means water. Sometimes when you drink sugar milk, then milk is the solvent and sugar is the solute. So here solute is salt and solvent plus solute mixed together makes a solution. Got it? So let me explain here with the help of diagram. This is water and you have started to add salt in this. Yes. So if you are adding salt in it, then there comes a time when you can't add more salt in this. If you will start to add salt in this step by step, one by one first spoon, second spoon, third spoon, and then there will come a time when you are not able to add more salt in this. That means this solution now has become saturated. Saturated means now you are not able to add more solute in this. Actually in your book the example is given with the help of water and salt, but it may be any solute and any solvent. When no more solutes can be added in the solvent, then it will be a saturated solution. So how we can increase the amount of solute? If you want to add more salt in this, so how you can do that? Because this solution has become saturated, now you are not able to add more salt in this. So to increase the amount of solute, that means to add more salt, you can do two things. First thing, you can increase the quantity of solvent. Here solvent is water. Then if you will increase quantity of water, see, it's very simple to understand. If you will increase the quantity of water, then you can add more salt in this. And if you will increase the temperature, if you will start to heat this solution with the help of burner, then again you will be able to add more salt in this. So point we have got, point to be noted is that amount of solute can be increased by increasing quantity of solvent or by increasing temperature. Yes, but here I should give you some examples of solutes and solvent also. In our day-to-day life we find sugar, salt, Hellring powder as our solutes. Why? Because these are the substances which are getting added to the liquid part. Yes, liquid part, that is solvent. So these are solutes And what are the different types of the solvent in our life? These may be water, these may be milk, these may be curd, sugarcane juice. You sometimes drink sugarcane juice at roadside, and you had seen that the person who gives you sugarcane juice adds some amount of salt, black salt, that is rock salt in that, and some amount of juice, lemon juice in that. That means sugarcane juice here is the solvent and black salt is the solute in that. So these are the different types of the example of solvent. Got it? Now I think you have understood very well the idea of solvent and solute. And this is your homework to write 3 sets of solutions where you will have to indicate which is the solvent and which one is the solute. This is your homework. Yes. And now come to define saturated solution. So as we have understood with this diagram or with this activity, we got the definition of saturated solution as when no more solute can be dissolved in the given solvent, then this is called saturated solution. Got it? Listen to me carefully because you are going to write this definition in your keyboard. When no more solute can be dissolved in the given solvent, then this is called saturated solution. So we have completed our chapter, we have completed all the topics, and I am going to give you the answers of the exercise, and you just complete this exercise in your fair notebook. So you are completed your chapter 5. That's all for today. Thank you.